Well, hello there, Guy Watson here, Bognor Regis Bonsai. Just thought I'd start off this next video by showing you my Cercis Siliquastrum, aka the Judas tree, and showing you its seed pods. Now, this is the tree that had that lovely pink flowers all over it. And its seed pods aren't any smaller than a normal tree, which I'll show you in a minute. But they're turning red and ripening up. I just thought you'd like to see that. I think this is a fascinating, lovely tree. The Judas tree, the Cercis Siliquastrum. Right, let's take you just for a quick wander up the garden and show you its big brother. Right, here we go. I don't often go up the garden with the camera, but here we go. I've just been doing some watering. Here we go up the path here. You can probably hear the pond in the background. And this beast here is a cardoon, which is growing enormously. Oh, there we go. Anyway, over here we have the big brother of the Judas tree. This was planted at the same time as the one I've got as a bonsai. But as you can see, the pods are no larger than the ones on the bonsai, which is exactly the same as if you've got an apple tree as a bonsai. It produces normal sized apples. Anyway, just thought you'd like to see that. Right, okay. Let's wander on back down. And we'll get on with the next video, which I believe will be actually it's here, it's a burning bush, a Euonymus Alatus. I'll fiddle with that. And it has been requested by Gay that I have a look at a sycamore tree. So I will have to drag out my sycamore forest, which is here. We'll have a look at that in the next video, which is coming up very, very shortly. Right, okay, so we'll get on with the Euonymus Alatus first. Right, cheerio for now. Well, okay, here we have my Euonymus Alatus. Obviously, I'm going to do a lot of weeding, which I'll do off camera, but it's got a bit overgrown, this thing. In the autumn, it's got a lovely colour of leaves that go red. It's a gorgeous looking bush, known as the burning bush. Right, well, I'll get the weeds out, then we'll come back and see what we've got to prune up at the top. There's quite a lot that needs thinning out on it. Right, see you in a minute. Okay, well, that's the weeding done and got the fertiliser baskets off it. So let's have a closer look at down here. It's a lovely, almost like a stripy trunk that we've got here, but we don't need branches this low on it. So I think they're the first to go. And I think that's going to be too low as well. Bring it around here. And what's going on in here? No, more branches we don't want down here. I do like this striped branch though, this trunk rather. If that grows, you're going to have three coming out of the same space, so that's got to go. And this is branching too soon here, I fancy. So we can chop some of these off. That's getting a bit clearer down there. Take this one here back to the first pair of leaves. I think I'll do that all over the tree. What I might actually do is do that going back to the first pair of leaves, like up here. Can you see up there? Not really. In here, can you see that one? Right, in here we have a branch coming up, two leaves coming off there and there, so we'll snip that. just back to the first pair, and I'll do that all over the tree, and I'll come back to you, and then we'll see what we got left after that. Okay, well that's pruned it back quite a lot of carnage cam here. But now we'll have a look further into the tree. Now can we see this one here? Now, I'm not quite sure what this is, whether it's another leaf sprout or whatever that is, but I'm not going to cut it off, because if I cut it off I will never know what it was. I'm going to leave that and see what happens. Right, my next little job, I will zoom you in for this, but it's too thick in this sort of thing. Too many branches coming from one thing, so let's zoom in on this and then we'll see about what we can do in there. Okay, well I hope you'll be able to see something in here, but there's just a rumbungus of branches coming out that needs to be thinned out. At the most we want is 2 coming out, so if we take off the ones opposite either side, one going in towards the tree, this one coming straight up from the middle of the crutch, this one coming down, so we'll take that off, and that just leaves my one branch with these 2 coming off it. And once again over this side we've just got the one with the 2 coming off that, and this one underneath, we'll leave it just for now. We'll see how that progresses. This one here, that's going right towards the middle of the tree. We'll chop that off. Right, so that's tidied up that little branch. Now we've got a similar thing down on this one. Right, branches coming from in here, which are no good to anyone, so we'll have that off. Tidy that up a bit, if I can. There we go. Right, there's a branch over here which we'll chop off. That one there we'll chop. This one's coming, another one right out from down here. So we only really want the 2 growing from out of those. This one's going straight up, so we'll have this one off. That one's coming down from the middle. This one here is going towards the other branch on here, so we'll have that off. Oh, I can't get to it. There we go. And I think that's tidied up that little area. Got a branch coming out here. Well, hopefully there's loads of buds down here. I don't know if you can see those, but I'm hoping those will start spreading and I can cut that back. Right, so that's that area done. Oh, I can come off too. And then we'll shorten that as well. And look at this lot in here. Branches everywhere. I suppose it's just the nature of the beast, this Euonymus Alatus. There's one there. Take that one off the back, also pointing towards the centre of the tree. That going straight up there, don't like that at all. There we go. And we can shorten this back. Shorten that. Take this one off in here to stop it being so cluttered. The branch there that's not really wanted. Leave that just for now, just in case that doesn't take. Cut that one back. Now have I got it going from 1 to 2? 2 there, 2 there. Not keen on that one there. I think that's tidied up that area. So hopefully, there's little buds here, hopefully that'll turn up. Right, well I'll just do that over the rest of the little tree, then we'll come back to you. Okay, well I think that's got to be enough for the pruning. Let's give you a quick spin of it. You can certainly see into the tree a lot more now. See how it grows. Hopefully some of us say these buds back here, hopefully these will come out so they can all be chopped back again later. That's where I foresee the front being, and we'll put it back on the bench and see how it grows. But what I thought we'd have a look at now is my sycamore group planting. Right, I'll get that out and we'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, one sycamore group planting. It's obviously grown up way too high and needs to be cut back here, so I'll do that on all the branches in a minute. Let's just have a quick rotate of it. It's all got too thick. Leaves are obviously too large. They're not bad for sycamores, mind, I'll give them that. They're coming down. But I still believe it's looking quite nice. Right, let's see about cutting things off. Height reduction, I think we call it. I did actually quite like this looking this side, but you can't have it too long on these. Let's cut it back. Actually, here's one here that can be cut right back as well. Great big conglomeration of things in here. I think we need to take it back to these two lower branches here. There. Hopefully something will come up that I can trim these leaves off because they're too large at the moment. Over here we have another big reduction needed. And again in here, which we'll go back to the scissors for. And it's going to look a mess, this, after this procedure. But it has to be reduced. Don't like that one growing inwards. Right, let me just clear up this table, then we'll have another quick look. Okay, well obviously there's been quite a height reduction to it now. But now let's see what we got left here. Oh, there's a branch here that's crossing right across. That one will have to come off. I mean, there is a, I suppose, some people would say it's got to be defoliated. And I have to admit that's not one of my strong points, defoliation, because I've done it once to a ficus and the ficus ceased to exist. I would like to learn more about defoliation, I must admit, so I would keep looking around internet and YouTube and we're trying to get some more information on that. But I don't know when to defoliate or which species. So it's all a learning curve. I will learn in the end. I'm not going to do that on this one because I just basically don't know. Okay. Oh, it's a bit of a mess around the back here with leaves. What we'll do, we'll take the larger ones off this time and just leave the smaller ones. I think that's the way to go with these sycamores. That's looking better. I'll leave these here because that's the, all this leaves. That's the only leaves that are at the top. Hopefully I'll get some smaller ones starting and I can chop the bigger ones off. If I can get them all down to leaves like this, then this is going to look a nice little tree. See, they are reducing here, so we'll take this one off, and that one that's running across the thing in there, so we're back to the smaller leaves there. This one can't do a lot with that at the moment. Up here, we've got to wait for something more to happen in there. More budding back and growth. Now up here, we can't do anything up there. chop this one off. There's some smaller leaves in there. This one I'm taking off, this longer one, and bigger one rather. And likewise this one here we'll have off. Just leaving that smaller lot in there. We'll leave this until we see what happens. That's got to stay, that's staying. Right, well we'll leave it at that. Hopefully get some more back budding later this summer, then we can chop off the bigger leaves. Anyway, that's what it looks like at the moment. Fingers crossed that we get the smaller leaves and back budding coming. Right, okay, thank you very much.